Good afternoon, folks. This is Mr. Sadler coming to you live from the internet. Today is September the 22nd, 2014. I got a few emails with things to go through for today. Please remember your test is tomorrow. Your assignment is due tomorrow as well. I will be in here tomorrow before school and as well at lunch. You may begin to write your test tomorrow at lunch. You can write the definitions page if you want during lunch. The questions I was asked to go through today were some domain and range questions. So example one is going to say, please find the domain and range of the following, or sorry, please, I'll try this again. Please graph domain x slash negative 2 is less or equal to x is less or equal to 4 xer, and range is going to be y such that negative 3 is less or equal to x, that's right, less or equal to y is less or equal to 1, and y is equal. As you are doing these questions on your test or yourself in for your choice assignment, please make sure you translate to English what it actually means. The top one, I'm going to ask for a brave volunteer. Oh, that brave volunteer today is going to be Ben. Ben, can you please read what the first one means in English? All right, very good. The first one means x is a real number between negative 2 and 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a graph. I'm going to do a good graph today since I don't want to take too long with this video. I want to give you guys a chance to do your your assignment in class. So here's my quick graph, just like this, just like this. Okay, I'm going super fast. If I was really creative, I would use the power of the internet to speed this up for me, but I'm not going to. I'll just write super quickly. Please don't watch as I'm drawing this graph. This is exactly what I want to see on yours. Labels drawn, numbers drawn, arrows drawn, a title here in a sec. Okay, let's go back to what Ben said. Ben said, Ben didn't say that. What Ben did say was x is between negative 2 and 4. What that means is my graph for the x values goes between negative 2 and 4. Those are the only possible x values that we can have. Then also, I'm going to ask for another volunteer. That's going to be Matt. Matt, what does the range mean in English, please? Yes, it's the y values, but as far as the numbers, as far as this graph, it goes from where to where? Very good, Matt. We're going from negative 3 to 1. So I'm just going to put a little outline, sort of like this. Now, you don't have to do this. Let's say that you say, hey, my name's Matt, and I don't need to do an outline. That's fine, okay? But the reason I did this was, and I'm going to erase this in a sec, inside this box is what your graph has to be. It has to be in there. All of those values, excuse me, I'm just going to erase that. All of those values are between, the x values are between negative 4 and 2 and between 1 and 3. It didn't say anything about being a function or anything, so I can draw anything I want. The easiest thing to do is just put a dot at the top corner and go down to the other end. If you look at my x values, they go from negative 2 to 4. If you look at my y values, they go from negative 3 to 1. Let's say I were to change this, okay? And I were to say something like, oh, I don't know, y is anything, okay? What you would do then is you could do something, x still has to go in there. So you could probably do a graph that curves like that, sort of like when we saw that x cubed graph the other day. Oops, and we go just like that, okay? Where there's a boundary left and right, but then you can go up and down forever. Okay, our last thing I'm going to do today, and I'm going to hopefully get rid of some of this graph. Hopefully that clarified things. If it didn't, please talk to the person beside you once this video ends off and try and get clarification on things, or ask me tomorrow. My last questions today is going to be example 2. And by the way, for the supply teacher, hit pause at any time if kids need help or need talk too quickly. Example 2 says, find the domain range of okay, now this one I'm hoping that we're feeling pretty good at here, right now. I'm going to draw a dot right there at 2 and 3, and I'm going to go down sort of like that as a negative x squared. All right, David, I'm picking on you. David, what's the domain for this graph, please? Okay, good. D colon, keep going, David. X line, good, keep going. X, and we're going to be greater than or equal to negative 3. Remember, on a graph, it's a real number when it's a solid line and not just dots. Okay. All right, I'm going to get another volunteer for range. Brooke, because you want to be on YouTube. Here you go. Brooke, can you please do the range for this graph? Colon, good. Keep on. Okay, squiggly. Y, line, Y is less than or equal to 2, and Y is negative. Right there. Please note this was a dot right here. This was an arrow. Okay. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Study hard today, do well. Please remember, I think it's 9 out of 10 questions, or 8 out of 10, so you get to skip 2. I'd recommend trying them all because they're all fair game for your test tomorrow, and your assignments due tomorrow as well. Okay, good luck, have fun, and do well on your assignment and your test. Okay, thank you to the supply teacher as well. Goodbye.